Is this Avengers headquarters?
Yes.
Thank goodness. Wait, don't I know you? Captain Indifference, right?
Oh no, he works for a different franchise. Buffalo Man, at your service.
Buffalo Man. So you have super strength?
No, not really. I mean, I can bench press my own weight. Before the holidays, that is.
Oh, I know. You're spiritually connected to animals, like wolves, right?
No. That's like the plot of a Kevin Costner movie. Dances with Wolves.
Can you fly?
No, but that's a common misconception. People take the whole buffalo wing thing far too literally.
What can you do then?
I can make it snow in May. Is that useful?
No, not at all. Is anyone else available?
Sorry, but most of the Avengers are out dealing with Thanos. It's just me. Or Captain IKEA.
Where are Captain IKEA's powers?
No one's really sure. He just keeps assembling. We just got back from Avengers Endgame, and this is going to be our spoiler-free review. Now, keeping that in mind, what did you think?
Overall, I thought it was a good movie. I liked all of the characters in it. I thought it was a great movie.
Okay, me too. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. If you're a fan of the Marvel Universe, you're going to like this film. I can't see where you wouldn't. I was very impressed with their ability to handle all these characters in this big story that they're trying to tell and bringing together all these loose ends and dealing with very, very intricate plot lines in some ways. Now, this shouldn't be a surprise because they've shown us time and again through these films that they have the ability to do that. They have a great group of storytellers here. They have craftspeople working on these films who obviously care a great deal, and they have the ability to handle a project of this scope, which is huge. So the Marvel Universe does a great job with this type of thing. And again, staying spoiler free, there was a point in the film where we get to see a lot of the characters. And as we're panning through, I mean, these are big name actors, and we've got a lot of them in this film. And I'm thinking, how in the world are they affording all, just the actors alone must cost a fortune. And then you just start thinking about the crew and how immense and big the crew is and all these things. But of course, these movies make a lot of money. It's incredible to me that these movies could possibly make enough money to pay all the people who are working on it. But in any case, I think you're going to be very happy if you're a Marvel fan. All right, keeping in mind that we're being spoiler free, can you tell me what you liked about it? Give me some ideas.
I liked Captain Marvel. I thought that she could be used in it a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that's maybe, there's two reasons there. One is because she was probably also filming her film, the
Right.
Captain Marvel film, at the same time, so she would come in here to do a little bit. And second of all, because she's a newer character, it really wouldn't necessarily gel or jive with the storyline if all of a sudden she comes in and she does everything. So I mean, they have a lot of birds to feed, you know, so they had to keep everybody happy. But I agree. I mean, but I thought she was used enough. I do. What else?
I liked how in Avengers Infinity Wars, they left it off with a cliffhanger, and then they picked that right back up and left everyone feeling like dark at the beginning.
Yes.
And I thought it was like, ooh, what's going to happen? I thought it was mysterious.
Yep, they do a really good job of picking up right where they left off in some ways here. And I'm sure this is not a spoiler. There's time travel involved in this film, so you're going to see scenes that happened in the past. And they do a great job. All the Marvel films over the last 10 years, if you rewatched them in anticipation of seeing this film, you didn't waste your time because you're going to pick up all sorts of great Easter eggs by doing that. For me, now this is more a product of my own doing here. The first 2/3 of the film moved rather slowly for me. it wasn't bad. It just moved rather slowly for me. But I think that was largely because I was anticipating the third act of this film, and I really wanted to get there. So while we were doing all this, I was like, okay, come on, get there. Let's get there. I want to see what happens. Right? So it's the typical thing of we're gonna drive to Disney World, and all we can think about is Disney World. We're not enjoying the drive. You got to enjoy the journey, and I wasn't enjoying the journey because I wanted to get to the destination, right? And I'm going to tell you that third act paid off. So I'm going to go back and see the film again now that I know how the third act works, and I'm sure I will much more enjoy the Act 1 and Act 2, the first 2 hours of the film. Now, were you surprised by things in this film?
Yes.
Okay, you were. All right, you can't say what they are necessarily, but so there were some surprises for you. Mm-hmm. There were surprises for me too, not necessarily in the bigger storyline.
No.
I found that it was predictable, but I don't see that as a negative. Unlike the Star Wars films, which are trying to subvert our expectations, this film gave me what I wanted to see and did it extremely well. And that made me happy. So I don't know, I think that they're missing the boat with some of these films where they're trying to surprise us or they're trying to subvert our expectations. No, give the fans what they want to see, because the fans are the ones that go to the movie. And I got to see what I wanted to see in this film, but I was impressed and surprised with how they executed it, how they did it.
Yes.
And there were a lot of smaller surprises along the way and things I didn't expect. So.
I thought that all of the characters were great.
I agree.
And that kind of played into the story as well for me liking it.
I have to agree with you. Now that you said that, and I'm sitting here thinking about it right this minute, there was not one character in this film that I didn't like or didn't think was well served or I didn't think had a great role in the story. There's been a lot of films that we've talked about in here where we love the film, but this person, it's usually Keanu Reeves, but there was nobody like that in this film for me. I thought everybody was well used. And it's, of course, this is the end of this phase of the Marvel Universe, so we get some closure with certain things, and we're not going to give any of that away. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Did you have a lot of emotion involved here at all?
I was happy for the characters, and then there were some parts where I was like, aw, but nothing really like angry or super sad.
Okay, let me ask you this. There's one scene in particular that I'm thinking of, and we're not going to give a spoiler away, but it was the scene where Captain Marvel is involved and...
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Would we call that a girl power scene?
Uh-huh.
Did you like that scene?
I liked it. I thought it really showed how Captain Marvel really is good.
I thought all the female characters were very well served in this movie, and I actually got quite. There were a couple
chills.
Yes, there was a great moment there for them, and there was also a couple nice moments between Thor and Captain America where I got a chill in that one aspect of the battle. And of course, that Captain America and Thor are around, so that's not a spoiler either. So I thought there were some really, especially in that last act, there were some big moments. Not to say that there's not moments in the other parts of the film. And in the way that the first 2/3 of the film develops is interesting. There were some twists and turns in there a little bit that I didn't expect. Overall, I expected it to move the way it did, but the way it went, the road it took, I guess. I knew we were going to drive from here to there, but they took a couple side roads that I didn't expect, so that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. All right, so overall...
I'm giving it a yummy.
Yeah, me too. It's definitely a yummy. I definitely need to see it again to truly appreciate the film in its entirety because, like I said, I was really waiting to get to the end of it.
Me too.
All right, so anything else?
Make sure you subscribe.
Okay, enjoy.